Messaged you so many times.
Constant.
Of course it's constant.
Delegates, please do not exit the convocation hall as we will be closing the doors soon.
Just a minute. See, I gave you faith, turned you down in a moment. Can't deny it. Now I'm all alone and my joys turn them open. Tell me, where are you now that I need?
Delegates, please do not sit on the left.
Where are you now? Where are you now that I need you? Couldn't find you anywhere. When you broke down, I didn't leave you. I was by your side. So where are you now that I need you? Where are you now that I need you?
Delegates, please, I request you all who are behind the camera division line to please come in the front and sit. I request all delegates to come and sit in the first 10 to 15 rows. All OC members, all TW1 OC members, can you all please help shuffle the delegates into the rows, into the first 10 rows?
Told you I changed, even when I know I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted still. Realize the time that I wasted. I feel like you can't feel the way I feel. Be fucked up if you get me right. Oh,
will begin the speaker session now.
Ladies and gentlemen, a good evening to each one of you. I welcome you on the third and the final day of Techfest Iit Bombay 2023. The last 2 days has been nothing short of amazing. A day filled with mind-bending workshops, electrifying competitions, inspiring talks that set the stage for what promises to be an unforgettable fest. We are enlightened by the likes of Sri Somnath ji, Sri Akash Ambani, and delighted by the thrills of international full throttle competitions. While RoboBot kept us at the edges of our seats, Ozone artists and even delighted us with their fabulous performances. Now we are invited you to savor the last moment of this incredible journey with today's lecture. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our guest speaker. Our guest speaker for today is the former Executive Secretary of United Nations Economic Commissions of Europe. Moreover, she has served as a permanent representative of Slovakia to the international organization in Vienna since 2012. Her contribution has led to an enormous impact in economics and diplomacy. Without further delay, with a huge round of applause, I would like to invite Ms. Ol'Ga Algayerova to kindly come on the stage and bless us with her kind words. Please have a huge round of applause. Now I would like to call Techfest manager for a bouquet of gratitude.
Good afternoon. How are you today? I have something to do before we start. I would like to thank for the hospitality of Techfest, of IIT Bombay, because it's really my privilege. I don't see to the back of the room, but I know from Arnav that you are 900 young scientists, technologists, developers. So it's really a privilege to have such an audience. And it's my first time in India, as I told you. I hope there is my presentation somewhere. No? Can anybody help me? Because I prepared for you. No? Okay. I need some help. Hopefully it starts. So, let's start with India and sustainable development. And this is why it's very important, yes, thank you, to talk about it today, because as we all know, today we are facing global crisis, food insecurity, soaring energy prices, supply chain disruptions, mounting global debt, pressing challenges added to world still recovering from human and economic losses of the COVID-19 pandemic, and still facing the ongoing threat of climate change. And as we know, unfortunately, we have also wars. So another reason why it is so timely to talk about it today is because I hope you all know the concept of agenda, the United Nations Agenda 2030, with its 17 Sustainable Development Goals, what I want to speak about it today. And today, in still 2023, we are at the midpoint between 2015, when this agenda was adopted at the General Assembly of the United Nations by all 193 UN member states, and 2030, what is the end year of planned for this agenda. So, and why innovations are so substantial for sustainable and inclusive development? So what do we understand under sustainable development? It's a concept that seeks balance between economic progress, social equity, and environmental responsibility to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations. So it's a very holistic and long-term approach to development. And of course, STIs, science, technology, and innovations, play a crucial role in advancing sustainable development. By the way, I don't know how well you can see that, but the United States historically have been a leader. Let's go to another concept very fast. And we all are aware of the concept of the industrial revolutions. I will not speak about steam, coal, railways, but I wish to highlight the concept of Society 5.0 that comes from Japan and is emphasizing the potential for technology to address societal issues, promote economic growth, and enhance overall human being. It has some basic elements that include, for instance, integration of cyber and physical systems, artificial intelligence, robotics, big data, but very important is human-centric approach, sustainability, and cross-sector collaboration. So let us just understand that each of those revolutions led to social, institutional, and techno-economic shift. We always get different ways of organizing society each time this revolution comes. And I borrowed a concept of, this curve, of this chart from Professor Carlota Perez. She had a work on dynamics of bubbles and golden ages. Her research explores the relationship between technology, economic development, between finance, technical and institutional change. And according to Professor Perez, the historical picture is showing a regular pattern of bubble prosperity and then collapses crisis. So, and as I mentioned, currently we are living multiple crises, and we could have in front a better times. We could have ahead a sustainable global golden age. Where is this red circle? We might be there, but how can we come there? And my response is through inclusive, smart, green growth, through sustainable production and lifestyles, reduction of the amount of material and energy in GDP, through moving towards services, through renting rather than increasingly owning or consuming things. Things should contain less material that needs to be durable, what is not always today. So here, innovations play a crucial role. But, there is one but, technology is not enough. Technology, science, innovations need to be always accompanied by economic and institutional changes. So, as we see, they are mutually such a holistic approach, because only such multifaceted innovations would contribute to generating the enabling conditions for sustainable and golden age that we want. Just let's go very fast through Agenda 2030, 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And you see the reality check is the latest from 2023. The reality check of the progress made on SDGs at the midpoint today in 2023 towards 2030 that reveals significant challenges. This latest global level data paint a really concerning picture. We cannot, those 17 SDGs have 169 targets, but we don't have yet the ability to measure all of them, so we can measure today 140. So out of 140 targets that can be evaluated, half of them show moderate or severe deviations from the desired trajectory. Furthermore, more than 30% of these targets have experienced no progress or even worse, regression below the 2015 baseline. So, dear colleagues, this assessment underscores the urgent need for intensified efforts to ensure that SDGs stay on course and progress towards a sustainable future for all. I today selected a few SDGs that I want to comment with you. Okay, this is just you cannot see it, probably it's too small, but those are 17 SDGs, and always how the global digital cooperation can help. But I selected few crucial SDGs that I want to comment on today. So first we have SDG number 1, that is end poverty in all its forms everywhere. So where we are on this goal? Ending poverty remains a major global challenge. Today, almost 700 million people around the world live in extreme poverty. So the definition of extreme poverty is living on less than 2.15 USD per day. And at the current rate of progress, the world will not meet the global goal of ending extreme poverty by 2030. We estimate that with current rate, nearly 600 million people will still be struggling with extreme poverty in 2030. So, and additionally, the outlook is also grim for the nearly 50% solutions to address poverty by fostering economic growth, enhancing access to essential services, and empowering individuals and communities around the world. So let's see very fast the SDG number 2, what is hunger? So where we are on hunger, an estimated 29.6% of the global population, what is 2.4 billion people, are moderately or severely food insecure, meaning they don't have access to adequate food. In 2022, about 9.2% of the world population was facing a chronic hunger, equivalent to 735 million people. So the number is unfortunately growing. Since 2019, it grew by 122 additional million of people. So, but please listen to the next 3 facts on food loss and food waste. 1/3 of food production for human consumption is lost or wasted globally. This amounts to about 1.3 billion tons per year, worth approximately $1 trillion. All the food produced but never eaten would be sufficient to feed 2 billion people. So that's in fact more than twice the number of undernourished people across the globe. And additionally, if wasted food were one country, it would be the 3rd largest producer of carbon dioxide in the world after US and China. So we see the world is seriously off track on its efforts to have per capita food waste and losses by 2030. So, and we can just guess how innovations can help here. Innovations have a potential to significantly impact global hunger by introducing novel solutions that enhance agricultural productivity, improve food distribution systems, address root causes of food insecurity. Here are just several examples. Drone technology can monitor crops, smart farming technologies, vertical farming, urban agriculture, blockchain in supply chain, digital agriculture extension services, mobile apps and SMS services that provide farmers with real-time information on market prices, predictive data analytics, hydroponics or aquaponics, soilless farming, localized food systems, smart packaging and storage, open data platform that can share agricultural data, research and best practice in life. And we also know that low and lower middle income countries will face an average annual financing gap on education of $97 billion. Annual gap. So we all know the power of education, and innovation has the power to transform learning experiences, improve accessibility, address challenges in education systems globally. Again, fast example, smart digital learning platforms, personalized learning, virtual reality and augmented reality, educational games, remote learning technologies, blockchains for digital credentials, teacher professional development, smart assessment tools, community engagement platforms between parents and teachers, robotics and coding education. So education needs to become more inclusive, flexible, and effective, ultimately preparing students for the challenges and opportunities of the future. Don't worry, I don't go through all 17 SDGs, I just selected few, but gender equality is an important one. And in many areas, progress has been too slow. Colleagues, at the current rate, it will take an estimated 300 years to end child marriage around the world. At the current rate, we need additional 286 years to close gaps in legal protection and remove discriminatory laws. And it will take 140 years for women to be represented equally in positions and leadership in the workplace. So here again, innovation and technology plays a crucial role in advancing gender equality by addressing societal norms and promoting economic opportunities for individuals of all genders. So, for instance, connectivity enables women and girls to access information and communicate for their safety and development, to access support services, learn about sexual and reproductive health, or I just mentioned financial services for women entrepreneurs, women-centric business incubators, gender-inclusive AI, women health innovations, legal tech and access to justice, blockchains for secure identity, remote work technologies, anti-harassment technologies, reproductive rights and family planning, STEM education for girls. There are many workplace diversity tools. Collaborative platforms can connect women professionals, mentors, mentees, fostering networking opportunities, because we women, we are not very good on networking. But, okay, by leveraging innovation in these areas, societies can progress towards greater gender equality, breaking down barriers and fostering environments where individuals of all genders can thrive, contribute, and participate fully in all aspects of life. And threefold for hygiene. In 2020, 2.4 billion people lived in water-stressed countries. And again, innovation, Internet of Things, based precision irrigation, leakage management systems, enable monitoring, management of water resources, advanced filtration systems, membrane technologies, nanotechnologies, can provide safe and clean drinking water, water recycling, reuse, smart sensors, Internet of Things, decentralized water treatment, solar-powered desalination, mobile apps for real-time information on water availability, innovative sanitation solutions technologies, drones for water management, water-efficient agriculture, floating treatment wetlands, water conservation apps, aquaponics and closed-loop systems, and collaborative platforms for water governance. It's really important. But now I come, because we have already 20 minutes over, to my favorite. It's a circular economy. Very short view on material extraction development. So global domestic material consumption, what is the amount of raw materials directly used for production processes in country, was tripling since 1970s to reach 101.4 billion metric tons today. Those comparisons reveal that unequal consumption and disparities between high-income and low-income countries it's very interesting. The material footprint per capita in high-income countries is 10 times the level of low-income countries. Ladies and gentlemen, we would need at least 3 planets if everyone lived and consumed like the average European today. Sorry, I'm European, but it leads me to big thoughts. So, This is why it's essential to adopt sustainable policies and raise awareness to ensure efficient and sustainable management of limited and unequally exploited natural resources by 2030. Also, I need to mention here fossil fuel subsidies. They create distortions in energy markets. They hinder the transition to cleaner and more sustainable alternatives and undermine efforts to combat climate change. And listen to me, the statistics. In 2021, governments globally spent estimated $732 billion on subsidies for coal, oil, and gas. And this number was nearly doubling from the subsidies spent in 2020, just in 1 year. So hopefully these were just short-term measures aimed at protecting consumers from the impact of the energy crisis and the war in Ukraine. But we know that many governments are seeking to increase or diversify oil and gas supplies, while other governments are accelerating structural changes. Wonderful project of India for solar energy production that I believe it must be ready in 2030 or 2050, not sure. Okay, so and it leads me to my, and you, future innovators, scientists, developers, digital technologies such as 3D printing, the Internet of Things, big data, cloud computing, blockchain can support my favorite circular economy and supply chain resilience by introducing more efficient processes, reducing environmental impact, encouraging responsible consumer behavior. Just again, few fast examples: circular economy models, waste to resource innovations, sustainable innovative packaging, including biodegradable plastics, compostable packaging, reusable containers, 3D printing for sustainable manufacturing, sustainable agricultural practices, green chemistry, renewable energy, sharing economy models, enable the sharing and renting of goods, reducing the demand for new products and encouraging more sustainable, resource-efficient approach to consumption. Digital platforms for sustainable products, energy-efficient appliances and machinery, sustainable fashion innovations. This is the whole topic. We can speak 1 hour about sustainable fashion. Did you know that for one pair of jeans, we need 6,800 liters of water, what is equivalent of 1,800 of gallons, you know, for one pair of jeans. So construction sector, recycled building materials, and again, behavioral change apps, carbon capture and storage, or eco labels and certifications on products that help consumers identify environmentally friendly and responsibly produced goods. So by embracing those approaches, business, consumers, policymakers can contribute to more sustainable and environmentally friendly global economy. So just to finish this part, it was produced by international renowned researchers from the so-called Stockholm Resilience Center, and they identified and quantified a set of 9 planetary boundaries within which humanity can continue to develop and feel good in the future. But if we cross these limits, abrupt or irreversible environmental changes can occur with serious consequences for humankind. And you see the 9 boundaries. And we can also see that today, 5 of 9 key planetary boundaries or safe environmental limits have been broken or smashed. Many of the systems on Earth created by humans, such as farm systems, production systems, transport systems, and our consumption culture work and flourish today at the expense of ecological systems rather than in balance with them. colleagues, we consume resources and spread them from one place on Earth to another at a faster pace than the Earth's natural system can handle. Our consumption is unnatural and unsustainable. This is not safe, not for the planet, not for people. So, and to conclude a little more optimistically, is that this is the economy that we are doing today, and it saps natural resources, threatens the survival of species, fills soil and water with toxins, and dangerously warms the earth. But circular solutions can reverse the overshoot that we now have, allowing us to satisfy people's needs with the safe limits of the planet. So, maybe in discussion we can discuss circular economy more, but today we know that between 7 and 8% of the global economy is circular only. Otherwise, we are going linearly growing, exploiting resources from the planet. So what can we do? For instance, food systems. Again, coming to food. Agriculture now occupies roughly half of habitable surface of the planet. It is responsible for a third of global greenhouse gas emissions and for 70% of the global accessible freshwater withdrawals. And as the world population grows, namely here in India, we need to adopt smarter ways to produce food, focusing on these circular solutions for nutrition. So we need to put healthier, satiating food first. We shouldn't allow no more avoidable food waste. We should go local, seasonal, and organic. And we can mainstream regenerative agriculture. Or if I go to the built environment or construction. Built environment, buildings, today contribute to 40% of global emissions, and we are missing recycling opportunities. While building more living spaces, humanity must learn from nature, our collective home that knows no waste. So we should be as energy efficient as possible. We should make the most of what already exists. We should prioritize circular materials approaches, favor organic materials such as wood, timber, over steel or concrete. And we should reuse a waste. Strive to make construction, demolition, waste history, but where it cannot be avoided, we should maximize recycling to the need for virgin materials. Or in manufactured goods and consumables, huge range of products today and materials such as steel or other metals or paper and cardboard, chemical textiles, plastics are driving land system change and approximately 1/3 of the global greenhouse gas emissions. So why don't we prioritize natural and local textile manufacturing, what has a tradition in India? It has higher quality, more durable garments. On top of that, all used clothing should be reused or recycled. We should buy only what we need. This is responsible consumption. We should extend the lifetime of machinery, equipment, and goods. Circular business models, material substitution, or regulations over the minimum guarantee on products can do it. Or we should mainstream industrial symbiosis and efficiency. We should make tighter collaboration within and between industries that can save significant amounts of materials and emissions. Or mobility and transport is among the most impactful. Transport is heavily material intensive and high consumer of fossil fuels. So why don't we embrace car-free lifestyles and roads? Why don't we invest and incentivize in high-quality public transport to use trams, buses, city trains, while creating safe cycling routes and car-free city centers? We should always rethink air travel, and we should electrify remaining vehicles. The aim is 100% electric public transport and 50% electric private cars. So innovation has the potential. to significantly advance this circularity, close the circle, which refers to the concept of keeping products, materials, and resources in use for as long as possible through recycling, reusing, and reducing waste. So I will not mention more because we have just 6 minutes. Recycling technologies, material innovation, product life extension, repair and refurbishment technologies, circular design principles, design for disassembly, sharing economy platforms, enabling product sharing and renting. In Vienna city, you have so many these sharing cars or bikes or many things. Remanufacturing technologies, digital twin technologies, models for products, waste to energy innovations, consumer engagement applications, zero waste packaging, reverse logistic systems, smart labels, circular business models, eco-industrial parks, blockchains for recycling, incentivizing circular behavior, or I like this, biomimicry for circular design, drawing inspiration from nature. Biomimicry in design leads to more sustainable and circular products and processes. Nature is a big teacher on that. Advanced disassembly robotics. So circular education, very important. So by integrating these innovative solutions into various industries and value chains, businesses and societies can transition towards a more circular, sustainable approach to production and consumption, contributing to the preservation of resources and reduction of environmental impact. One of my last slides is, it's all about people. So people-centered approach. Again, I will not repeat anymore that innovation, science, and technology play crucial roles in addressing and sustaining humanity by offering solutions to a wide range of global challenges. And just to recapitulate key areas: healthcare medicine, medical research and innovations, disease prevention and control, vaccination technologies, telemedicine and remote healthcare, biotechnology for food security, water and sanitation technologies, water purification and sanitation, renewable energy and climate solutions, clean energy technologies, artificial intelligence for social good, for instance, big use in humanitarian aid to optimize humanitarian efforts, disaster response, and resource allocation during crisis, space exploration and environmental monitoring, satellite technology, education technology, inclusive financial technology, smart cities. Yesterday I visited Mumbai, so it's a wonderful city. I'm so happy to visit that metropolitan city. But cities, smart cities, sustainable urban development, innovations, including Internet of Things, sensors, data analytics, contribute to sustainable urban development, resource efficiency, improved quality of life, or biomedical engineering and prosthetics, improving the lives for individuals with disabilities, promoting that inclusivity and accessibility. Robotics and automation contributing to efficiency, economic growth, and productivity. Social innovation digital platforms, or crisis mapping and emergency response. Personalized and regenerative medicine, data science for public health to help monitor public health trends, track disease outbreaks, inform evidence-based policy making. So, ladies and gentlemen, by fostering innovation, investing in scientific research, leveraging technology for the benefit of humanity, societies can address current and future challenges, promote sustainable development, and improve an overall well-being of individuals around the whole world. Collaboration between the governments, private sector, of course, academia, civil society is essential to harness the full potential of innovation and technology for sustaining humanity. I think I have my last minute where I prepared such a quote for you that I liked. Again, it's my pleasure to be here with you. I feel the huge amount of energy, your potential as future innovator, scientist. Please keep in mind that at the center of your activities are the people, is the planet, because we have just one planet. We need to include everyone. No one should be left behind. We should be inclusive, we should be smart, and we should think about future generation, our children, grandchildren, then we want to thrive on this planet. Thank you so much for attention. I look forward to our discussion.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a wonderful speech. Now we will now proceed with the closing ceremony of Techfest World Month 2023. I would like to call Techfest manager for handing over the token of gratitude. Please have a huge round of applause. Thank you, ma'am, for your precious time here. We were blessed to have you here. Please have a huge round of applause for such a wonderful speech. Thanks to everybody for having this patient. Everybody, please head toward the Technoholics EDM toward the about to start in few minutes at the OAT. Thank you for your precious time. And the delegates, you have to stay here. Everybody else, you can leave to the OAT. EDM night about to start in few minutes. Thank you for your precious time.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. After an amazing 2 days of debate, deliberating, and dialogue, we would now like to welcome the delegates and his executive board members, especially the parents who have taken their time out of their busy schedules and are here for their kids. Techfest